John Fedro here with mobilehomeinvesting.net. Thank you so much for watching. In this video, we're going to be talking about free mobile homes and when you should get into them and when you should turn around and run away. Now, in my opinion, it's not a matter of if, but when you're going to be presented with free mobile homes and very inexpensive mobile homes that you can then sort of negotiate and renegotiate down to a $0 price tag. And there's a reason for this. It's not just because you're such an amazing negotiator. And we're going to be talking about some of those reasons. First, let's actually go to a case study of a newer mobile home investor and let's see what exactly he purchased for practically free. Now, this is a good example of a free home that you do want to buy, and then afterwards we're going to come back and I'll show you what's up on the board. Standing outside this good-looking 3-bedroom, 2-bath that's right in front of me. You can't see it right now until I turn the video camera around. And I got active mobile home investor Chaz Phillips here. Can't show him on video because of the military fatigues that he's currently sporting. But let's go ahead and Chaz, thank you so much for being here.
No problem, no problem.
Let's talk about this. This is a good-looking home. It didn't look like this before, right?
No, not really. Honestly, it was actually a lot worse. You know, got the home for $265. We did a little bit of well, we did a lot. It was just a lot of work put into it. But you know, it was one of those deals where you couldn't pass it up, but it was I bit off a little bit more than I could chew.
So we're going to go into the back door here. The steps look good. You didn't do anything with the steps?
No.
Okay, steps look good. Now, you got into this home for $265. Explain the situation. The woman, this home was basically free. You were just paying for 1 month back lot rent.
Yeah, she wanted to get out. She wanted $5,000. She was trying to move. She was tired of the whole owning property deal. She wanted to go to a senior citizen community and rent, I guess. So we kind of got it down to $1,500, and then in the end, when I actually walked through it the final time, I decided $265 was what I really wanted to pay for it. So I just paid her lot rent, and she pretty much just moved out, signed paperwork, and I took care of the rest.
So you got into it for just a couple $100 basically. She wanted $5,000, so you got this home for essentially free. Good sized 2nd bedroom. It's a 3-bedroom. Now this is the free home that you definitely want to buy. Now in it, how much are you totally into this home? And you did have a contractor go through it, which contractors are going to charge you an arm and a leg, but you're totally into this home for how much?
Well, the original was $38, and I had about 2 more, so 2 or 3. We'll say somewhere in the realm of $6,000-ish.
Okay.
Because we basically rebuilt the entire walls. This isn't a joke. We were rebuilding the entire walls. We took frames apart, and legitimately, we had a guy come out. The park manager actually came out, and he touched the frame of the wall, and it crumpled in his hands.
But so you took off. So most of this paneling right here that we're seeing, yes, and all the way down here, this is rebuilt.
You can kind of see how sturdy it is now.
Right.
It was a flimsy.
Before you could just easily push the wall.
Yeah, flimsy piece of junk.
Okay, and that's a really good test. We can't see inside walls, but when you push all your might against a wall, and the majority of the wall, or at least a few feet in either direction, is really shaking. That's a big test. That's wood rot damage. It's termite damage in there, and you're going to have to replace a lot of it.
Also, with this floor you're standing on, it's completely rebuilt with plywood.
And then let's talk about numbers. In it for about around $6,000, and then when all is said and done, what'll be the total final price when after 60, 72 months worth of payments? Nice 2nd bathroom. That's fine.
It'll probably be in the realm of 24, 23.
Okay. 24,000.
Yeah.
Cool. And then the 3 big bedrooms. This is, again, you got a good park. Let's kind of go outside because you got a central heat and air. You got the furnace. This is from the 80s or early 90s?
This one is early 90s.
Okay. A little bit of a deck here. And then you can see, oh wow, yeah, so obviously not too many neighbors on this stretch. And even when there are, you're going to have a little bit of room. I mean, in this park, this is a really nice park. You said it was about a 4-star park?
Yes.
Okay. And the lot rent is very comparable here. So this is definitely a great home, a good value. So thanks so much again for showing this to us.
Hey, no problem.
So Chaz's home was really beautiful. This is in a great park. It's a nice looking 3-bedroom, 2-bath. That's something that we're definitely looking for. And he's going to go ahead and sell that one for upwards of $24,000 with monthly payments. Now, we got into it for around $300 which is practically free, but he got into it for about $300, put another roughly $6,000 into labor and repair. Now realize that a lot of that money that he spent, about $4,000 of it, or $3,500 of it or so, was going right to the labor. And that's for the handyman, that's for the contractor that he used, because that contractor's more used to doing like single family homes, and they charge more. But if you get a handyman, somebody that wants to do the work, that needs the work, that's familiar with mobile homes, they'll save you a lot of money on material, and they'll save you a lot of money on time and labor as well. I do another video showing you the 50 secrets or 50 tips when you are hiring a handyman or a contractor. So very important to utilize that, because again, if you can save half price on labor, I mean, that's half price, that's in your pocket. Now you're making money back all that quicker, and you can resell, and obviously you make that much more profit. So let's go ahead and talk about what's behind me. It's important to know that when you're being presented with any deal, deals fall on a spectrum. It's not just that you have amazing deals that you do and then terrible deals. We'll put terrible deals over here, which is a frowny face, and we'll put just amazing, 10, like on a scale of 1 to 10 on that side, or A plus, however you want to kind of say it, deals, and then here's F deals, F minus, or something like that. And realize that obviously if you're newer, you can tell both of these very easily. You can tell when a no-brainer deal happens, that you can obviously just clean the windows and make money, and then there's other deals where investors have no business being in those deals. And it's very easy to see, even for sort of a newer person. But there's a lot of this gray area in between. And realize that, this is a skinny deal, and this is a sort of a, win-win type deal that you might want to do. This is also a sort of a win-win deal, but it's much more substantial. And then here you got much less profit. There's more profit, less stress. So take all of this into example, and this is what we're going to be talking about here, sort of in these 5 bullet points when you do get a free mobile home or you negotiate a free mobile home. So let's talk about these. The first one, and we're going to go for the 2 to 5 and then go back up to 1. First one is holding cost. And cost didn't fit under there, so we'll just put holding cost right here. Now, holding cost is the money that you're going to spend on electricity when the home is vacant. It's going to be on any insurance you have on the home while it's vacant. It's going to be on water, the home while it's vacant, maybe landscaping. If the resident or you as the investor, when you're in a mobile home park, or if this mobile home is on private land, you have to keep the maintenance up, or the landscaping, mow the lawn, etc. But usually what we're talking about here, in addition to all the utilities, is the lot rent. And if you're buying a mobile home directly from a mobile home park, you can oftentimes negotiate free or discounted lot rent. I always ask you to go with 6 months plus, because then usually you'll get a counteroffer around 3 months or 2 months, which we really want about 3 months free lot rent. Now, if we sell the home prior to those 3 months of lot rent, we can go ahead and pay the park the lot rent, starting that next month. That's something you can negotiate. Or a park will say, no, it's just 3 months, no matter if you sell the home or not. Like, these next 3 months, no one's going to have to pay lot rent on that particular lot. Or you can negotiate it if they're kind of, well, I really don't, I don't know if we can do the lot rent for free. Maybe we'll do discounted. What you can say is, okay, how about it's 6 months? But then if we sell the home sooner, because we want to sell just as fast as, we want to get the home filled up with a good quality person as fast as you do. So if we sell in 2 months, we'll go ahead and start the lot rent on that next month. Or if we sell it in 1 month, we'll go ahead and start the lot rent on that next month. So that's how you can negotiate a higher number towards that 6 months of free lot rent. But realize holding costs is going to take a bite out of that pie. Every time you have to pay lot rent, $300, $600 per month, that adds up. That's another $300 or $600 you're going to have to make from your tenant buyer to then go ahead and be caught up and broke even. So lot rent is a big part of it. Now, lot rent and holding costs, it goes into the fact, or this is determined by how quickly you can sell the home. And there's a couple things to understand, and that sort of leads us to our next topic about ease of resale. So the ease of the resale. Now, mobile homes in parks, mobile homes on private land, if they're small mobile homes, and they're rectangle, but they're small, they're only 10 feet wide or 12 feet wide. Now that's an old mobile home, and that's not a current sort of layout for a mobile home, and that's narrow. People living in that home, they're going to get claustrophobic after a few weeks, a few months, maybe even a few days. So in order to sell that home, we would have to lower the price. But if the home, let's say, is too narrow, you're going to have some people walk through and say, oh, this is too narrow, it's not for me. So it's going to take a little bit longer to resell. If the mobile home has one bedroom, which we usually don't buy, but if it does have one bedroom, that's only going to be attractive to that certain type of buyer. If there's two bedrooms, that's better. If there's three bedrooms, that's even better. So realize that the ease of resale comes down to the size of the home and how much kind of in demand it is. The area where that home is it a high demand area or not a high demand area? The park, does the park have an application process that is just through the roof? They look for a 700 plus beacon score. They want you to fill out all of the paperwork in triplicate and cross the T's, dot the I's, verify all proof of incomes and have triple references, etc., etc. Is the park really tough and they're going to deny a lot of people, which there's ways of finding that out? Or is the park really lenient and they're going to let most people in? Or are they sort of average? So is the home attractive? Is the price attractive? Is the park, do they have a lot of competition in the park? Because that's going to obviously, if there's a lot of competition in the park, that ease of resale is going to be tougher and tougher. So the tougher that, the more hurdles that there are, the more objections that there are for the home and for the resale, that's going to push it more towards this frowny face side of the deal spectrum. So with that said, the ease of resale is very important to consider, which sort of leads us to our next topic, which is profit. How much profit is in this deal? I talk to newer folks, and they're happy making $100 per month net cash flow on a home, or they're happy just doubling their money. And that's something that, as a mobile home investor, we take a lot of risk, and we get paid accordingly for that risk. We're creating a value between the sellers and between buyers and cleaning homes up and adding value and then reselling homes. So the profit, is there just a little bit of profit in there, or is there a lot of profit in this free home? And remember, that's what we're talking about, is free mobile homes, which leads us to number 5, which is the competition. If there's a lot of competition, and this sort of ties back in with the ease of resale, some parks will give away homes for free. Some sellers will sell the homes for free because they've been trying to sell their home. They tried to sell it for $10,000 and $20,000 or $5,000 and $3,000. Now it's down to the price of free. Maybe because this park is so strict and the ease of resale is tough. Maybe because the ease of resale, something is wrong with that home. And when people walk through, they smell it, they see it, they feel it, and they don't want it. So the ease of resale, if that's tough, we're basically stepping into the seller's shoes here. So competition is so important to note, because competition, is there 5 homes for sale in that park or nearby, and parks nearby? Are there 20 homes for sale, 50 homes for sale? If the park alone is selling 5 or 10 properties, these are all competition with your home. A lot of parks sell with monthly payments. We sell with monthly payments. Some sellers are selling for all cash. Realize that any cash sellers, people that want all cash, that's not particularly your competition unless you are selling for all cash. So keep in mind who the competition is, and we have to make sure that it's low. We really want that, because again, if it's not low, we're going to be holding on to the home, which is, you're going to just jack lot rent, not up, but you're just going to be paying month after month, which kind of leads, if you're paying lot rent, you don't understand why the home isn't selling because you didn't do the due diligence prior to purchasing it. You do have some profit. Hopefully it's a lot of profit waiting when you actually resell the home. And this all causes you some amount of anxiety, whether it's 0 or whether it's 100%, because you don't know what you're doing and you're confused. So the stress, we want to make sure that we're buying mobile homes before we even spend any money. We want to make sure that we're buying with the path of least resistance. So no matter if this is a free mobile home or one you're paying $5,000 or $10,000 for, or you're putting a couple $1,000s into it, or it's a mobile home on land, you want to make sure your stress is low, your holding costs are as low as they can be, and you can proactively do things to go ahead and make that lot rent as low as possible. The ease of resale is high, meaning that when you do resell it and fix it up, or even sell it as a handyman special, you have enough wiggle room in there to go ahead and make the home attractive to the buyer, to the end user, tenant buyer. The home is attractive, the price is attractive, the terms are attractive, the park is attractive, the area is attractive. Some of that is within your control and others isn't. Some we can control when we buy the mobile home, because if we get into a home, we have to know what we can resell it for before we ever buy a home, or else we shouldn't be making any offers or buying those homes. The profit has to be very high. And I say very high, but we're not going to fool or trick a buyer. We can only sell it for a finite amount. However, we have to go ahead and make sure that we're making a good sum of value in order to stay in business, to help more sellers and then help more buyers. So the profit, we should always go ahead and aim to make our money back in 6 months, if not sooner, with a max being about 10 months. And you want $300 per more net per month from the tenant buyers when they're done paying for the lot rent, and then they're paying you for the monthly for the home. And the competition, you want that to be low. That's going to be, again, a spectrum of how much competition there is, and you have to understand the competition of people selling versus how many people are coming in and want to buy a home. Do they want to buy on payments? Do they want to go through a bank? Do they have cash? How much cash do they have to both move in and pay you monthly? So I hope that that made sense. And I guess everything to kind of realize, Chaz bought his home. It's a 3-bedroom, so it's definitely on this side, you know, of the spectrum. He doesn't have much stress. He's in a great park. His ease of resale, the park is wonderful. There's hardly anything else for sale in there. It's in a very good area, so that's checked off. Holding costs is minimal at $265 per month. His stress is very much non-existent. His profit he's going to have is well over making 4 times his money, 5 times his money, and then invested, and then the competition is very low in this area already. So I hope that that made a lot of sense. If you have any questions or concerns, which you probably do, if you want to send me over pictures of homes that you're looking at, I'd be happy to ask you some questions and follow-up questions to make sure that it's the right deal for you. Again, don't just blindly think, oh, this is a free mobile home. Someone is going to be paying for all of these things behind me, and someone's going to be making profit. Or someone, if they want to buy a home and live in it, they're going to be getting into it for a good deal. But you have to understand all of these factors behind me, or you're really going in unarmed and unequipped. So I hope that made sense. If you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to email me at support@mobilehomeinvesting.net. Thanks so much for watching.